Alright, so it's pretty late. I have a hard time sleeping because the fire keeps going out and it's cold tonight. It's colder than what they thought it was going to be. It's definitely in the single digits. It's cold right now. So I'm just getting the fire going a little ways. I'm stoked up, get warm back up in here. I was warm. I fell asleep pretty good earlier, and it just... Problem is that the coals keep sinking down below the ice. So it's like digging a big hole, so there's no air getting to my fire by itself. That wind that completely died down, so that's not helping me at all. We'll get her warm in here again and hopefully get some shut-eye soon. Usually I sleep pretty good, but it's cold. Like I said, 2-3 inches of ice underneath me doesn't help. I'll get it warm in here again. The stars are out pretty nice though. They look nice tonight. Nice clear night. They said it's supposed to be cloudy, so they're completely wrong in the weather. It's pretty clear out there. It's alright though. Adapt and overcome. Yeah, I'm gonna get this stoked up pretty good and then try to get some sleep. So I'll talk to you guys later. Coyotes are singing. There's a lot of them. That's a lot of coyotes. I don't even know which way they're going. It'll be a long night, folks. Now we're in complete wilderness mode. Coyotes are singing. I'm cold. Oh man. Get this bed of coals going again. Be alright. Oh, it feels nice. That fire feels nice. I'm getting it hot. I got 2 logs that I originally gonna use for an burn all-nighter, but I might hold on to them. Just to see what goes on. I have a feeling tonight's going to be pretty eventful. It already has been. Like I said, I slept for about an hour, and I woke up and I was cold, and coals were about out because it keeps sinking into this ice, and the ice is causing water to melt my coals. If I could have done a stone bottom fire pit today would have been nice, but all the stones by the creek are froze right solid, so couldn't do that today. We'll just keep burning until there ain't no more ice underneath me anymore, I guess. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna keep doing this, and if coyotes come closer, I'll get the camera. So, told you it's gonna be a long night. Just heard a loud crash out there. I'll be up for a little while. Lots of activity out in the woods right now. Hope there ain't no bears out there, that's all I care. Anything else can do what it wants. Pretty warm in here now though. All I want to do is get some sleep. It's warm. At least I'm warm now. Like I said, I woke up, I was freezing. Even in my sleeping bag, I was cold to the bone. Smoke in my eye. Yeah. In for a long one tonight, so like I said, there's a lot of activity going on out there. Hoping that loud crash was just a tree falling. It was a pretty loud one. There's only one type of animal here can make a tree make that noise. So I'll keep you informed. Alright, so it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning right now. Just restoking the fire again. Been getting about an hour, hour and a half stretches of sleep in between. Since around 9 o'clock. It's just hard to keep this fire going because it is pretty chilly out here, and like I said, the fire pit melts down to the ice, and the ice ends up kind of killing off my coal bed, so it's a struggle to keep it going, but I'm alright. I feel good, still in a good mood, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty happy out here right now. I've been happy this whole trip. Bet you my family's sleeping good right now. Nice warm beds. Glad the season is changing though, and it's going to be warmer. I enjoy winter, but I also enjoy when it's over, because I really look forward to the warmer weather and the things that grow in the warmer weather. So be out here again at some point this month. Actually, I need to go back out. I think next week I'll be headed back out here for, if the weather pans out right, for the beginning of leek season. All this snow melts off. If not, it'll be a couple weeks yet. But I like to, I make a big deal about wild leek season. The ramps and leeks are the same thing. It just depends on where you're from. But yeah, I make a big deal about it because it's a lot of heritage around here. It was actually the first family to settle in our area way back in the day. I found a journal from the man, the husband of the family, and in his journal he talked about many things about this area, and one thing was the wild ramp, that his family was having such a hard time getting food and protein that they discovered the wild ramp, and they lived off of that for 7 months. And he said that his family was basically down to their underwear eating ramps for 7 months before they were able to start getting meat again. And so, you know, the legend carried on about the wild ramp around here, how much it means to our area. Because this place was, you know, actually very inhospitable because of, one, Pennsylvania had a huge Black Panther population, and they were known to take out the settlers and the Native Americans. There's actually an old Native American legend just a couple counties over from us about a young Native American man was found dead next to the body of a panther. So they had fought to the death, and both of them didn't make it. But yeah, there used to be a huge panther population. Now people say that they see them once in a while here still. I convinced myself at one point in time that I've seen one, but I wasn't sure. I do believe that mountain lions are here, though. I've seen one, and a lot of people have pictures. So there's not a huge population, but they're here. But they stay away from humans altogether, so that's why we don't see them that much. But yeah, there's the settlers back in the day. Back to that, another big thing was that they said that the mosquitoes and gnats were so bad here that they would literally only be able to work during the nighttime on a cool night and have to burn pine, do big pine bonfires almost every time they worked just to be able to work because the gnats were so bad. Which they do get. The mosquitoes still do get pretty bad here. For the most part, but find different ways to combat them. Like I said, when I'm out camping, I always end up burning pine boughs, break one apart, and you know, every hour, half an hour, throw a pine bough on and it spreads a big smoke screen through the air, and it kind of kicks back all the bugs and mosquitoes. Luckily for me, it's wintertime, and all them nasty little creatures are either dead or hibernating. So hopefully that polar vortex did a number on them, especially on the tick population. Man, ticks are bad around here. But what we needed was a really strong cold winter, and we did have a strong cold winter this year. So especially that polar vortex came through. That was cold. Oh. But yeah, so here we are again on the camera, the wee hours of the morning. I did get my pants hung up. Their pant legs they were ice. Well, this one's still kind of ice. I'm gonna flip it in a little bit. I got my socks up there. Switched out socks. Always bring extra socks. Tool from the Marine Corps I always learned. Just change your socks every chance you get. It really does a number for your feet, because your feet start getting wet at all, and you stay in them in your boots in the cold weather. You're going to end up doing a number on your feet, and you're going to be sore. It's going to be very hard to walk. Well, and it goes for the summertime too. If you have wet feet all day long inside of boots, your feet are gonna end up really hurting, and you're walking a fine line of some real bad funguses on your feet. So I always bring 3 or 4 extra pair of socks. So I switched out, and I was almost thinking about putting on an extra pair just to finish out this night. But my boots, they're so dang stiff. I gotta get them dry somehow. Ready for the morning. This will be a stiff walk. But, we're here in a little bit. So I get a good cold bed down again. I'm gonna lay one of those big logs in. Try and get some sleep. Finish out my night. I'll probably be up again in an hour. I've been getting up every hour to refuel the fire. I've used most of my firewood, so I think I measured it out pretty well. I might have to, after a couple hours here, just walk out and get a couple pieces. But it's not a big deal. It's pretty bright out. I mean, the moon, it's a new moon as of 2 days ago. So the moon isn't providing much light, but the stars are astronomical, no pun intended. They are very cool tonight. One of my favorite things, especially in the summertime when you don't have to necessarily sleep inside a shelter. You just sleep in a hammock or else on a forest floor. Being able to look up and see those stars. Yeah, it's pretty neat. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Like I said, I'm gonna get things dried out a little bit, get a cold bed going, and then try and get a little bit more sleep. So I'll talk to you guys in a little while. Alright, so I just heard something kind of made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. It's pretty close to the shelter, and it was definitely a vocal noise. It's pretty close to the shelter. Didn't sound friendly. Just in case. Right. No. It's the only weapon I have on me. Wasn't planning on hunting too much today or anything like that, so I didn't make any weapons. Like I said, I'm not too worried about it. Most predators, animals here leave us alone. Never had one confront me or wanted to fight. So I guess that's a plus. Hopefully I keep that record going tonight. Oh, back's kind of stiff from the cold. Cold will make you stiff. You gotta constantly keep stretching your body. Keep limber. Especially for doing stuff around here. You gotta be in good shape. Your body's gotta be in good condition to keep going as best as you can. I did get my fire going pretty good now. And yeah, it's kind of nice right now. Oh, I'm tired. Probably get some sleep here in a little bit. It's taking a while to get these coals going. It's so cold out here. get her. Be able to get back to sleep for a little while, and the sun will be up here in a couple hours. We'll get some coffee made. Enjoy our morning. Alrighty, I'm gonna shut her off. So it is 5:15 a.m. and my fire went completely out. I slept for about 2 hours. I woke up shivering because my fire was out and there was no coals left, so I had to start a new fire. And it is hard to start a fire in the dark, in the freezing cold, when you're shivering and shaking. And oh man, was it cold. But it's a decent time to wake up, kind of get my brain going. And as soon as we get a little light out there, I'll walk over to the creek, get some water, and make some coffee, and enjoy my morning. Jeez, I was sleeping hard too. I must have fell asleep quick, and I woke up instantly because I was just, it was down to the bone cold. So it's essential to get a fire going. If you can't get a fire going out in the wilderness, you shouldn't be out here. Honestly, fire is very important. It is very important, especially in these cold temperatures. Like, you die out here if it stays too cold. So hypothermia is not a joke. Oh man, the fire feels nice though to warm up. That's all I'm doing right now, is just trying to get warm. And yeah, I used all my firewood, so I measured out pretty well for the night. Probably should have got some extra. But I wasn't expecting to go through so much last night. Like I said, it was way colder than what they thought. I wouldn't doubt it if it was in the lower single digits. Pretty sure it was. Pretty sure it is right now. The air is cutting right through my skin. Then my Carhartt pants I wear, they are ice. They're like frozen, so I'm trying to get them unfrozen. I'm up above the fire here. Yeah, they're it was a solid chunk when I picked it up. Like, it didn't even budge. Felt like they could have shattered or something, you know. I need them to dry out. Get them on for the hike out of here, because it's going to be cold. But I don't think we'll stay another night tonight, just because I feel we got enough accomplished yesterday, last night. Last night was so eventful. So many critters running around, the coyotes, weird grunt sounds outside my camp. It was eventful. One of the most eventful animal-filled nights that I've had in a while. So it makes it exciting, though. It kind of keeps you on your toes about things and reminds you that you're not the boss out here. There's a lot more at stake when it comes to being out here. You have to be humble. You have to stay humble to the wilderness. Because the moment that you think you got her, you don't. So, yeah, I'm going to try and get some more firewood and then get this fire going a little bit better. And then, like I said, I'm going to make some coffee. So, alright, guys. So, the sun is coming up. I'm kind of just getting my gear around organized. Head out this morning. Just got some coffee being brewed right now, and yeah, it was a long night. It was a rough night, but we made it. I'm kind of glad we made it. Everybody's still alive, so that's all that matters. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my cup of coffee. The sun's coming up, and then I'll take the journey out of here and end this experience. It was a fun time. I like being out by myself. It really makes for a challenge, for one, which I always love a challenge. But for two, gives you time just to sit and think, ponder what you got to ponder about. Oh, my lips got chapped last night. It was cold. But yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down this space blanket, and then drink my coffee, and we will hit the road shortly. So talk to you guys in a minute. So as you can see behind me, the little sun is coming up. Put away the space blanket. It'll be a pretty morning. The stars were out last night. It was really pretty. That's where the sun's going to come up at, over there. There's the old shelter. So, you guys just kind of hang out for just 1 minute. Hot one. So, lessons learned from last night. More firewood, and that's about it. More firewood. That's all you can really do when it's this cold. Woo! Dark roast. They'll kick you right in the soul. Must have had a little bit of something or another in there. Oh man. Yeah, this was about the time I started this journey yesterday. I first stepped out of my truck. And about the same time ending it. I'll take a different path back. Won't follow the river this time. I'm just gonna go up this little knoll here and walk down. It was a good time though. See if I can put you guys somewhere so you stay. Like that. Calming, watch the sun come up, you know. This morning, the sun, like right now, it feels warmer than it did 2 hours ago, or an hour ago. it was like when I woke up, I was in a hard shiver, and I got kind of worried because I couldn't get the fire started. But I got her started. We got her. All that matters. Sometimes you gotta struggle. Make it worth it a little bit, you know. Oh man, coffee's so good. I'd like to know what was behind my shelter last night. It was making a weird grunt. I've never heard that noise before. Sasquatch, maybe? A little bit more daylight out here so I can see inside my shelter, get all my gear out here. Sure I didn't leave anything. I'm going to leave this shelter up because I will be returning to it. It's a nice little shelter. I like the location. So I'm going to leave it here and use it as a little camp. I wonder if anybody else, you know, coming through this property wants to use it. You know, it's here. Makes a good little hunting blind too. Glorious day. I didn't hear anything else from those coyotes though last night. Just that one little stretch of them yipping and yeeing. That though, I didn't hear nothing. They must have went the other direction. Yeah, I don't think my Carhartts are gonna thaw out, so I'm just gonna end up throwing them in my pack, toughen it out with what I have on. I got a solid pair of pants on right now anyways, and then polypros underneath. Like I said, it's not too bad out right now. The walking will warm me up. Yeah, they were froze, like ice froze. They wouldn't even unfold there for a while. That's how cold it got. Birds are waking up. Hello! Voice just echoes out here. All right. So I'm gonna start bringing my gear out. The yellow flashlight. Jesus. It's all. jacket's froze. That one again, I suppose. Pan to cool down. Look at her now, it's the end of the trip. I was excited to get back home and see my family. Like that feeling when you walk through the door and your kids are like, Dad! It's a great feeling. I'm sure that they drove their mama nuts. Papa bear, come on. Gotta get our fire out. Don't like leaving that number. Pretty morning. Let's look-see around the old shelter. Look how much these frogs. It's always harder to pack out than pack in. One. I'm missing a glove. Okay, so we're ready to leave. In summary of everything, it was a pretty good time. I enjoyed myself. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. All things considered. It's cold, but definitely worth coming out and spending some time out here. cold or not. Can't beat it. Oh man. Okay, so next bag. Alright, here we go. Just double check in here one more time. Pretty sure I got all my gear. Oh, if not, like I said, I'll be coming back here. Alright, so we're gonna head up this roll here. I think there's an old school, there's like a fuller path or a skid path somewhere. We'll find that. See you, camp. See you later. Great experience this was. It always is. It's hard to come out here, even with the conditions that I had. It's hard to come out here and not have a good time, and not be happy with the outcome. It's like everybody else right now, I know, is in their bed sleeping. Nice comfy house. And it's just routine, you know. Go to bed, wake up, go to bed, wake up, go to bed, wake up. And you come out here, there's never a routine as you've seen last night. Like, always something going on out in these woods. Coyotes, bears, whatever else I see. Always here. Alrighty, let me shut you guys off for a little bit.